Imagine a name hitting like a nuke, wrecking the industry hierarchy, freezing execs and fans alike, demanding a rewrite of who truly rules this glittering empire. It is brutal, it is raw dominance. Who is it, Rosé? The charts updated silently, yet the fallout, pure, unadulterated, screaming anarchy. Landing at 14 wasn't a number, it was a siren blaring over K-pop's evolving predatory order just as the stakes hit fatal heights. The old pecking order is dying, darling, real fast. We know the old playbook: tight leashes, squads before icons and idols trapped in pretty cages. The biz adored its dolls, burying true spirits beneath those flawless, frozen facades. Rosé crushed that idol trap. Taking the crown wasn't just success, it was defiance. A slap to the executives, challenging every law of global stardom and the dark motives behind them. It is an absolute uprising, really. In an ocean of fake flawlessness, she emerged raw, emotionally naked, and quietly resisting. True authenticity is scarce. Yet, honey, rankings mask lies. That height of stardom trips a chain reaction. One star's rise chokes the others. Each headline tears up the quiet packs within groups, agencies, and the fandom battles. It is intense. Her hits sparked rage. They aren't just debating voice, they're muttering about faves, tactical shoves, and that ice war between girls who cuddle on lens but are scrapping for life offset. It's a savage veiled brawl, baby. Rankings skip noise. They map raw impact, endurance, and aura. That is where it turns chaotic. It ain't just digits, it is pure guts. To arrive, she endured ages of critique, mad stress, and the crushing burden of lifting her group and her brand. In this realm, ascending robs your spirit, and an award is merely a bullseye on your spine. It is a tiara, sure, but one that ignites grave, heavy drama. This ain't just a bash. It is page one of a bleak story, shaking seats, quiet wars, and that dread tightrope stroll between gold and collapse in the K-pop shredder. The system eats you whole as you beam, really? Stay put, darling. What follows reveals how one victory edits the entire screenplay. Smash follow, stay tuned. You simply can't skip how this unfolds. Her rise wasn't alone, that is the fuse. In K-pop's prison, a lone victory is a risky knife. It slices two ways, mainly when you emerge from a giant like Blackpink. It disturbs the scales. You glow, yet the dark grows deeper. It is a risky, treacherous sport. Media hailed the spot, but behind curtains, the mood turned. The biz's response was chaotic, strategic, and freezing. Label tactics are fragile glass. When one babe shines too bright, the shade crawls onto the others. It is fated, somebody always gets blocked. Comparing is the air K-pop breathes. Each award or rank is a dot on a vile, quiet scoreboard. Her buzz woke up old ghosts, fights on true art versus cash grabs. It is the endless clash. Do you crave to be an artist or a mere product? Execs are shaking. Is this the death of squad rule? Are we shifting to lone kingdoms? They crave the dough but dread the liberty. When an icon exceeds the cage, the chain breaks. It is hell for power addicts. They cannot curb a titan they helped create. The tea hits fans hard. Adoration flips to battle. Ego becomes a shield. X explodes not merely with kudos but with deep checks of ad funds and liberty. They clock every moment of lens time, hunting for bias. It turns poisonous real fast, believe me. In here, visuals slay and facts are choice. Tales spiral into battles by sunrise. A basic cheers warps into a crushing load for the other gals. Why ain't you up there? It is a stress box. Suddenly your gold is their flop. It is ill but real, hun. She sits in the storm's center loaded with more than tunes. Being a chick in a male-run rank world, it is savage. The stare is keener, chillier. They don't just view her, they carve her up live, babe. A trip! You are finished! Win huge! They say it's ads, not skill. That is the warped snare of this star sport. The higher you rise, the scarcer the air gets. You choke as everyone applauds. But hear this tension bears a huge truth. The play is shifting. You cannot mute the rare tones now. Stars are rising. They decline being extra bits in the plant. They aim to be the full motor. The system is failing massive scale. Her spot is the beacon, a full reboot on how fame, ego, and feuds collide. K-pop 2 has arrived. It is gory, darling. As her fame rose, the light pivoted to the other giant in the space. You know her. A behemoth in this shiny biodome, Lissa. She is hovering. While the gold muse rethought craft and sound, the mover lit a crazier fire. We mean total panic, sheer social rule and cash, Piles of it. It is a unique monster based in gross icon force and finance, baby. The rift betwixt their tales fueled the rumor plant. Not a brawl, but a twin rule in distinct worlds. Two rulers, two distinct tiaras. It is captivating. Here, triumph ain't just tunes. It is span, legends, and stirring hearts off-cam. Lisa is a bug in the code a power labels and states can't hold. She ain't just a star. She alters real-life ways. Her might floods past lines and markets. It is eerie, gorgeous, and wholly wild. Whoa, the impact is massive. Every fit, ad, pact, and collab lights a spark. That sort of clout piles massive load. It flattens the creator and the firm betting on her image. The biz is hooked on her, and that is perilous truly. The veiled strain. Hopes. At this peak, you ain't a human, you are a share. Decisions on her life become battle hubs, image versus states versus execs. It is a board match for rule. She is a resource to be handled, not a last to be voiced. It is chilly damn. To her, global buzz is love and a hex. She is the prize used to show K-pop leads the globe. But if she pauses or stirs, gossip soars. Fear roots. She hauls the style's pride on her spine. Here is the black underside. Stands view honor. Pros see a clocking nuke. Excess exposure ends your fate. Scarcity spawns fibs. It is a wire stroll above a den of predators. Each move is mapped, yet fans want raw. It is a snare. Her fame bears the tie, jammed betwixt being a gal and a firm's shrine. You must be a sculpture that leaks. It is wrenching, really. With one molding craft and the other a social tidal wave, the trade is damp. They stare at a gross, pestering query. Can they balance ego and stern laws when icons exceed the cosmos? Who can tell? But the stress pot is steaming. The grid is splitting beneath the mass of its own titans. It is crazy. As the trade gags on these dual fables, the vile cogs appear. Back of the shimmer and news is a mill endless labor, quiet packs, and mind safety. It is a plant of hurt masked as a wish. You grin, you groove, you last. It is heartless, babe. Where royals like them scoring don't lighten the pack, it clones it. Each cup raises the stake, not only for them, but for every starving spirit gazing from the deep. The ring gets tinier, warmer. No peace, never. Labels are caught in a pit of their own building. Global buzz needs distinct spirits, but the engine runs on duty. It is a deadly clash. When icons grow huge enough to turn shares, ways, and lands, handling them is like gripping a bomb. It is steep peril. Craft battles, execs, the edge betwixt aiding and using blade slim. In this poison fog, even a praise feels like a jail. You do not know if they dig you or just your yield. The crowd stare sears. They yell for bold divas but need perfect droids. You weary, they study it. You chill, they ask how. It is a dual knot, be mortal but never display softness. It is mean. The spirit fee is masked till splits show empty looks, odd replies or abrupt shifts. In K-pop, being blue is a treat you can't buy. None waits for you to mend. You snap in open or you mask it, no pity see. The battle leapt from lists to raw fame. Who holds the tail? Who holds the herd? These queries feed mute battles and tactics. It ain't just voice versus voice. It is firm versus firm, zone versus zone. Everybody is aligning for the death blow, really. Being world-class means nil secrecy. Each jerk is spotted fast. There is no off-screen now, no spot to weep or sort a ruin. It is a vile gag. K-pop Ven's team love and shine, but the top icons tread a solo path smashed by the mass of the earth. It is sad, truly sad. As force gathers round the select pair, the full frame moans. It is head heavy. When the pinch gets this firm, something must break. Prepare for the tremor. We aren't just seeing idols go solo. We are watching the K-pop empire rot and die, birthing a fierce, sexy new world from its ash. See, Rosé's fire and Lisa's tight grip idols are no longer just obedient dolls, they are fatal sirens, shredding the rules fierce enough to challenge. It terrifies the old bosses, making us ask who actually holds the chains. In a scene hungry for plastic perfection, such wild spirit is the deadliest risk, twisting a scripted empire into a passionate, uncontrolled war zone now. Yet for icons, this fame draws blood. The higher the climb, the heavier the burden feels. A hit invites prying stares, quiet sparks, toxic rumors, and one tiny move can spark a savage burning hellstorm of real hate. Fame births deep solitude, not just wins. As crowds roar, the dark closes in backstage. This is the hidden trap of K-pop, the choking silent hell of being the one object every person craves but not one person truly knows. Now the scene faces a cruel test. Can it tame stars bigger than the ink, or will it trap them, daring a nasty bloody collapse from the core? It is a gamble with everything on the table. As stans open their eyes, the battle of truth versus control is painfully clear. The destiny of K-pop clings to this wire. How this chaotic, gorgeous feud wraps up will decide the future. One fact holds, Rosé and Lisa aren't just lucky hits. They are the faces of a huge wave carving out the future. The crown shifts and the aftershocks of this coup are just starting to shiver through the pitch-black void. Thirsty for the tea, the scandal, and the lies buried in the glitz? Don't you delay. Destroy that subscribe, click like, drop us your spicy views, and stay alert, because the next turn in this dark, twisted K-pop nightmare is ready to explode, and you definitely do not want to blink now.